Hey guys, I wanted to take a quick video to show you the seeds that we planted about a week ago. It's been just a short week since we planted the seeds inside of this room, and I want to take a minute and show you what we have here. So here are the trays. This is video number 3. So there are 2 other parts before this one that show how I planted those. And they are all starting to germinate. They're under those lights here. Over there in the back you can see the lettuce. The lettuce germinated within maybe 2-3 days really. Those are the cucumbers. And I mentioned in the other video that I planted 2 or 3 seeds in each cell because my seeds are from last year. And you can see that most of them, see here and here and here, many cells have 2 seeds germinate. But then there are others that only have 1 seed germinate. So I'm kind of happy I did that. And what I'll have to do, and I'll do in a minute, I'll show you, I'm just coming in with scissors and clipping one of them. I only want 1 seedling in a cell. So now what I'm going to do is take those out for a moment. You can see here some chard is germinating. And over there we have some broccoli germinating, and I even saw a little tomato. Oh, here it is. A little tomato plant that germinated. And I'll show you in a minute how I do the tomatoes. They're a little different than the other seedlings. Okay, so I'm going to take those trays out on the porch and water them and clip them. Okay, so I just took the tray out on the deck here, nothing special. And I'm just going to water it. I did water a couple of days ago, and the soil is pretty moist still, so I'm not going to water too much. You just want to do it gently, not to ruin the seedlings. Then I'm going to take scissors. You can also do that with tomato clippers and just clip one of them. You want to be careful that you don't clip both. And just seam them to one. Some of them will have the seed stuck like this, so I just gently remove it if I can to help the seedling, just like that. And they all look good. Usually when you thin, you want to thin the one that looks a little weak and leggy. They all look good though, so I'm just gonna clip one, whichever one. Now you can see the seedlings on this line over here, they're all turned this way. See how they're leaning this way? That's because the light was here and they were trying to grow toward the light. So what I'm going to do is flip the tray when I put it back so they get a little bit more light. This tray has celery, cabbage, and kale. And you can see that the cabbage, and I think this is kale here, they germinated, but I have quite the thinning to do here. I have 4 plants in this cell, 3 plants in this cell, 4 plants in this cell, so I'm gonna thin it to 1 plant per cell, and then I have to water it. You can see that it's pretty dry. So I'll water it and thin, and then put it back. Okay, so now I have 1 plant in each cell here, and the reason I like to use the scissors is because, I mean, you can just come and pull one of the seedlings out, but that disturbs the soil, and sometimes because they're so close together, the roots are kind of tangled, and I don't want to disturb the soil and the roots, so I prefer to use scissors, but you have to make sure you don't cut both of them by mistake. Okay, so you'll be very gentle when you water them. All right, I'm gonna put the tray back. I put the trays back, and I turned this one, so those little seedlings, where is my finger? Right here. Those little seedlings that were kind of struggling to get to the light before are really close to it right now, so they'll start growing up. And then I turned this tray too. Every time I water them, I rotate the tray so all the seedlings get enough light. I am gonna keep, you see how close the light is to the seedlings, about 1 inch from them. And cucumbers grow very, very fast. So probably tomorrow or the day after, I will have to raise the fluorescent light over here. And I water them every other day or so. The radiator is keeping the room about 65, no, more like 70 degrees. 70 degrees in here. And it's really nice just watching them grow. When I need to lift the light, I just change the chain here. Just lift the chain up. Lift this little hook up on the chain. Okay, I'm gonna do the tomatoes, and I'll show you how I do the tomatoes. I'll take it out on the porch. So with tomatoes, you're supposed to repot them all the time. They grow a little bit, and then you start in a small cell, and you just move them to a bigger and bigger pot as they grow. But it's way too much work for me, so what I do is I use those pots, and I fill it with soil about 1/4 of the way. I plant the seeds in, and then right now you see they're germinated, and I need to do some thinning because I planted more than 1 seed in each box. Here I have five of them, so I'm thinning 4, so I want 1 plant in each pot. And what I do is, as they grow, I just take my mix of soil and vermiculite and worm casting that I showed you in the first 2 videos, and I take a little, teaspoon, and just add the soil, add more soil around the seedlings as they grow. And by the time they get to the top, by the time I finish filling the whole pot, they are nice and strong, their stem is strong, and then they have a few more weeks in those pots before they're ready to go outside. That's how I do my tomatoes. I don't repot them. I just leave them in the same pot, just pile soil around them as they grow. I'm going to thin those and put them back under the lights. That's it. That's all I needed to do today. The cucumbers are thinned. I'm going to wait for the other seeds to germinate so I can thin them as well. All I have to do now is just make sure I keep the temperature here around 70 degrees, and I keep raising the lights as the seedlings grow. I'll do a couple more videos between now and the time that I transplant them in the garden, so you can see the whole process, and I'll link all the videos below in the description. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and press the little bell so YouTube notify you whenever I post another video.